off on our third holiday in the UK.
Of the UK series.
And we're on our way down to Cornwall right now. We're just in the services, having a little stop off, and we should be there in about 3 hours, we think.
Yeah, we're about halfway now. Seems a lot easier than the last journey last week, didn't it?
Yesterday.
And to and last week down to Weymouth. Bit of a hold up in Bristol, but seem to be flying through quite smooth. So getting there about 5 o'clock tonight-ish. And we'll show you what we find on our little campsite. See you soon. We've just landed down in Plymouth. Just about to grab something to eat before we make our way over to where we're staying early.
We spent the rest of the evening enjoying the lodge, making food and taking in the gorgeous scenery before heading to bed.
The next morning we explored the site.
Out to explore Cornwall's famous beaches.
spent the rest of the day at the beach before enjoying another evening in the lodge. All packed up and ready to go. Plan is to go down to Penzance today, which is towards the Land's End, about 15 minutes drive away.
It's one of the bigger towns in the area, so I'll wander around and show you what we see. In Mounts Bay, Cornwall. It's linked to the land by a causeway, which is sometimes inaccessible due to the level of the sea. For the evening. The next day we decided to test out the famous 9 course which is on site. It replicates some of the finest holes from the world's best courses.
morning we headed out to Land's End, which is 50 minutes from the resort. It's a popular UK landmark and is the most westerly point of mainland England.
After leaving Land's End, we stumbled across Senn Cove Beach. This cove was stunning, but once the weather turned, we headed back to the lodge for the evening. The next morning, we explored more of Portreath.
After Portreath, we headed back to explore some of the facilities at the resort.
Good evening. We are all dressed up and ready to go out for a meal. We've spent the day doing not a great deal, but it's been really nice and relaxing.
We did go to the cafe by the beach.
Right on Portreath Beach.
Yeah, and we did use the tennis courts.
Yeah, I've got a great deal of things. We've tried the golf, we've tried the tennis.
So we gave that a go earlier, and then we've just spent the day sunbathing in the hot tub, and now we're out for a meal.
The next morning we headed into Newquay, which is a town on the north coast of Cornwall.
rest of our final day at Crantock Beach. Join us next time in Cardiff.